No, you can't find these at Walgreens. These are the original Hot Wheels Redlines at the 2018 Hot Wheels convention. I didn't buy any Redlines. That's because I did not go through this bag and make sure what I had. I didn't update my, my spreadsheets to know what I had, what I didn't have, and I really didn't want to buy anything. For one, what if I already had that car in that color? So, I don't want to have another one. I would like for it to be a unique color. The other reason is I got to watch how much I spend nowadays. Things aren't as good as they used to be. I think I only spent like $100 in the rooms this year. But let's go ahead and take a look at what I did wind up buying. This is probably from the 2017 convention in Los Angeles, California. And this model right here, I'm not sure. It says a Lola GT70, and that looks about right. I'm not positive because some of the cars look very similar, and I'm not positive. This one I'd like to rip and race. It's a bad car. You see, whoever owned this before, I guess they just cut it for easier storage. If you find some packages missing the buttons, that's because Shell had Redline blister packs, and for safety reasons, they removed the buttons. So that's not unusual. And to be honest, it's not unusual look, we played with the toys. We didn't collect them back then. So whoever had this just cut the card, I guess. You see how similar these are? Yeah, that's because these two are the same car. So I have, this is why I have to update my lists before I go and buy stuff. And this one, so I just bought this one. It must have been an okay price for me to go ahead and buy it again. And sure enough, Lola GT70 has an opening hatch right there, opening hood. Let's go ahead and take a look at, oh, by the way, I know people are going to ask, where do you get these? I have no idea. I don't use them anymore. I used to, but I do not. See, I'm glad I have this one here. This is Mantis, and I believe it has opening feature. There you can see it, opening feature. And by the way, when I go to the rooms, people know me. When I buy a car, it needs to be in pretty good condition, but most importantly, it needs to roll straight. I know that I can use a wheel tuner to straighten it, but if I could get it as good as possible without having to tinker with it, that is better for me. This one right here, this looks like a Matchbox. Here we have Lesney, that's the original Matchbox owner. Ferrari Berlinetta, oh, $110 or $10. Woo! I know I didn't spend $110 on that. You can see these wheels. I'm not positive. They might be regular wheels. I'm not a Matchbox historian, but there you go. This is it super fast? No. I'm not sure what year this was released. Let's go ahead and move on a little bit faster. I have quite a few cars. Now this year is one year that I definitely wanted to pick up some heavyweights. Somewhere in here is the cab. This looks like it would be the right size. There you go. I think, I believe, fire truck. I don't know if they put the name on the base for these actually. Because they would use the same piece right here, and then they would have different towing vehicles. So this is like a fire truck. Another thing with Redlines is they'll be made in Hong Kong or USA. So you could have blue windows, white, clear windows. Another thing, if you see the interior, this is like a grayish or a brownish. This is another color variation that you can get. For me, it does not matter what the interior is. Here you can see the heavyweights. Right here it says the heavyweights. U.S. foreign, patent pending, Hong Kong. Oh, check this out. I never knew this. I don't recall seeing this, double wheels. Hey, it's got dualies. I did not know this. I don't recall seeing that. These, I don't worry. They need to be in pretty good condition. I still would have no problem racing them, so they got to be in decent condition. This one's not a Hot Wheel. This is a Jada. Someone must have had this at a decent price, like cheap for $1 or something, because I'm pretty sure I already have this. Dub City was a line that Jada had for a while. I drive a Chevy Avalanche, and this is the Cadillac Escalade, 2002 Cadillac Escalade. And it's basically a superized Avalanche, which I drive, a Chevy Avalanche. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little closer. This model right here, Brabham Repco F1. I learned last time, I've been calling these Brabham Repco, and there's actually a B in the middle, Brabham Repco. It looks like the wheels are cooking, but it must have rolled straight. In order for me to buy it, it must have rolled pretty decently. Here's another. I wish I knew what the name of this part here is. The cab. Sorry. Anyways, there you go. So there's blue. I wonder if I got. I wonder what this was towing. Oh, you see, this is different. This one, I think they did the same thing to where this piece would right here, and then they'd have different attachments. This is pretty cool. Tipper, dumper. I'll take a moment to look up the name for this piece. And if I find out the name just for the front part, I'll put that on the screen as well. Interestingly, they have that brown color. This one as well, brown color. You might have watched my the heavyweights. You might have watched my weekend show where I talked about some of these models have a tendency to start cracking. Call those crumblers. Bad batch of metal, I guess, got oxidized or something. So because this one was in good condition, this is, I don't need multiple colors of this. One is just fine for me. This is not being kind. There you go, I guess. Or do you store it like this? That's much more compact. I like that. What do we have here? Oh, Beach Bomb ready to go. And this is another thing. I was looking at Beach Bombs. People had Beach Bombs. And these are not cheap. Beach Bombs will cost you a few $100 depending on color and condition. You can see it has a white interior. I don't know if this one has differences in colors in the windows, to be honest. You can see the blue tint. This is a side-loading Beach Bomb. You might be aware of the world-famous pink rear-loading Beach Bomb. And what happened, that's how Mattel tested it with the surfboards coming out the rear window. Is it going to come out? It should come out. So the surfboards would be inserted in the window like this, sticking out in the back. But what happened is it was too skinny, and the Beach Bomb, the boosters would not be able to grip the Beach Bomb. So instead of putting the surfboards in on the side, they added these cubbies right here, and it made the model wider like this. And this was a good width for the boosters, and that's what Mattel was trying to differentiate themselves with other toy car competitors. They wanted them to race on the track, and so this is called a side-loading Beach Bomb. I don't have a good red trim. I'm missing part of the red line around the wheel. Doesn't matter to me. It's all right. If I get a nice price and it rolls straight, that's what I like for my collection. This one is another Matchbox. There you can see Matchbox Superfast Chevy Pro Stocker, made in Macau. See right there, made in Macau. Matchbox cars have been made in various countries as well. That first Matchbox I showed you, Lesney, original. That one was made in England. That's where Matchbox started. Let's see what we have here. Careful. People get upset with how you should be handling them more carefully. Yeah, I understand. I think this one's called Pit Crew. There you go, Pit Crew. Has an opening hatch. Look at that. Let's check it out. This I definitely want to be careful, because with the old paint, you don't want to chip the paint if it happens to rub. There's pretty cool. That little tool thing popped right up. Let's check it out again. Yes, this puts pressure and then it pops up. Pretty cool. This is one model that is definitely susceptible to crumbling. So if you find one of these, it's kind of like crumbling and falling apart. It is not unusual, from what people tell me, for the Pit Crew to have crumbling issues. Here we go, spoilers. People are gonna like this one. Spoilers is the style to where they'll have a circle with like a racing number on the side, exposed blown engine. That's basically spoilers. This one right here, is it the Light-My-Firebird? There you go, Light-My-Firebird. I don't know. I think I got all of the original 16 models. It was something that I was trying to accomplish this year. I had most already. Spoilers are more expensive to pick up. Those that are in the original 16 or any spoilers, as a matter of fact. There's that interior color. It's not black or white. It's kind of a taupe or something. Let's see what we have here. Here's another heavyweight. This is probably heavyweight ambulance. Got an opening hatch in the back. There you got a space for your patient on the right side. Bench on the left. The heavyweights. See, it does not say made in Hong Kong right there in the middle of the screen. This one's blue, of course. Blue with a white interior and blue window. Now let's go ahead and you have this one here. You see how they're using the same chassis basically, same body, same cab, same chassis, and then they would just come up with different things for the back. Hey, Python! Two colors of the Python. Here we have blue and red. Have painted roof. Seems to me that all Pythons had painted roofs. I'm not sure. Not all Hot Wheels had painted roofs. Some are more valuable if they had painted roofs. These have two different types of engines. Are these the same car? Wow, they have kind of different rake too. This one is Python, sure enough, on the base. And this one's Python. I wonder if this has popped up a little bit. I am not a redline expert. I know enough to get by, but when people ask me, hey, what's a good value for blah, blah, blah? I can't tell you because it depends on color, condition, everything else. Two different engines. I'm gonna have to post a question in the RaceGrooves community on Facebook and see why these have two different engines. I don't have a clue. 1968 Mattel, and this one right here. 1967 Mattel. Oh, by the way, you see how it has the square around Python? It's because they had to cover up the other name. This one doesn't have it. But what happened is they called it Cheetah at first, and I guess they didn't have the rights to use the word Cheetah, so they changed the name to Python. So you can tell that they just put a metal block and then covered up the name. If you have a Python with a Cheetah on the base, that is an expensive car. This one might be called Fire Cruiser. They had Fire Cruiser, Police Cruiser. It says a chief on the side, fire department in the back. On the base, it just says Cruiser, but they would use the same body and then have one for police, one for fire. I think I already have one of these, but this one was a really nice condition. I went ahead and picked it up. Here's another cab right here. This one's in red, blue window, white interior. Don't have to open it up. This one, you have your Jack in the Box, Jack Rabbit Special. This one's not the Jack in the Box version. There was one that was a Jack in the Box in the baggie, and so I think it has Jack in the Box on the hood. I think it has Jack in the Box here. But anyways, it's a little bit different if you have the Jack in the Box version. This one looks like a Matchbox. Let's see, they wrote on the bag, 1970, number 36, Hot Rod Dragular? What's it say on the base? Hot Rod Draguar. Oh, you call it Draguar like Jaguar. That's pretty cool. 1970 Lesney Matchbox. So this is an original Matchbox Lesney piece. I'm gonna keep that in the bag for now. Here's a trailer. Do I have a cab to go with it? This is not a cab. This is not a cab. Oh, so this one probably goes with that fire department. Did I open up a fire department before? Oh yeah, I did. So you see, I did go ahead and pick up a couple samples of variations. White interior, dark interior. So, you know what? The plastic color is different too. This is definitely a brighter red. Let's see, what do we have in the next piece of toilet tissue? You know, at the convention, you know, everybody's just using whatever they can to keep the car safe. I have another ambulance. What was it? I thought my other one was darker. This one's an aqua greenish, and the other one was blue. Once again, white interior, blue windows, which would make it made in Hong Kong. Right there, Hong Kong. I remember when I was a kid, I loved to keep saying Hong Kong, Hong Kong, as if it was Hong Kong. So, blue. I wonder if the blue one goes with this, because I don't have one to go with this. So I'll have to look it up, but this might have been the one that went with this. So once again, you have the same piece, and then you can make a little moving van trailer. Let's check this out. By the way, these are over. I've had these in the bag over a year. Have not looked at them, but I got to get them put away, and I got to get them inventoried so I know what my collection is. And that's why I'm going through this. This way for the next convention to come up. Did I wind up with two? No, they're different. Here's that other version. It says Superstar on the hood. Goodyear Superstar. And this appears to be the same casting. It has Pepsi on the hood. That's a Matchbox. And last, oh, it's not last. I got one right there, whatever that is. Kenworth. Oh, I have quite a few. I better look up the actual name. I have quite a few of these because of red, white, and blue. I actually have one with a red window, which, as far as I can tell, is pretty rare to have red window. A lot more blue windows. Kenworth, but it's called Super Boss or something like that, actually. Oh, Super Boss right there. It seems to me like there's another name too. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep moving on. Last piece. Wait, this? Nope. Last piece. Oh, you already can tell it's a heavyweight. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully it's something interesting and not like something I already showed. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, cool. Racing fuel. Once again, using the same chassis. Check this out. You got the gas lines that come out. You're going to fuel up your Hot Wheels, right? So these popped out. I don't know if this comes off. I'm not going to try to pop it off. Once again, standard base, nothing special. But it's kind of neat. It this one right here, racing fuel, goes with your pit cruiser. Your pit crew, there you go. There's your Hot Wheels race team. Sorry if this video was a little boring to you. It's not my area of expertise. I do have other Redlines in my Redlines playlist. Thank you for checking out the video anyways. Happy collecting. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.